So if your creature's dying is part of your plan, Undying might be your favourite mechanic in Magic the Gathering. Hey everyone, and welcome to Commander Class episode 159. In this video we're going to be talking about the keyword Undying. If you don't know what Undying is, best way to put it is if your creature has the keyword Undying and it dies, and it does not have a -1/-1 counter on it, it gets to instantly return with a -1/-1 counter on it. So pretty much any effects that have ETBs or any dying triggers have the addition to trigger twice. But before I go any further and more detail in this keyword, that in the description below is a link to my small little Etsy shop where I make t-shirts and hoodies in multiple sizes and colours that people can enjoy. So if you like me and what I do and want to help and support out the channel, go buy yourself something nice. Secondly, subscribe and watch more of my content. In Commander, Undying causes creatures' deaths to have value instead of being a downside. With Undying, there's a lot you can do. If you have a card that requires you to sacrifice a creature for an additional benefit or an additional cost, you can just sacrifice your Undying creature and still have it, plus get the benefits of that card. If you have a bunch of creatures with Undying and none of them have -1/-1 counters on it, a board wipe is really good for you because you get all your creatures still. Yes, they do get a little bit of a downside, but I would rather have a creature with a little bit of a downside than no creatures at all. Plus, if you want creatures to enter and leave your graveyard as much as possible, these cards are perfect for decks like that. Creatures with Undying are not just creatures, they're also used for resources. You can use them as blockers and still get to keep them, get to, as I said, sacrifice them and get additional benefits with it. Plus, putting a 1/1 counter on a creature with a -1/-1 counter on it counters them, so you still get to keep your creature. So Undying is really good in black-green decks. Because -1/-1 counters are very easy to remove or to put +1 counters on to negate them, you can constantly have creatures on the field that never leave from the time you actually cast them. The creature dies, it comes back, you put a 1/1 counter on it, and then you get to loop this over and over again. But the thing with Undying is there's not really that many cards compared to Magic's giant load of cards that actually have the keyword Undying. But if you can't think of any from the top of your head, here is a small list of Undying cards. You get cards just like Witch King Sky Scourge, Flayer of the Hate Hound, Gareth's Messenger, Gareth's Mind Crusher, Hancock Ghoulish Mayor, Nardal Resourceful Cyborg, Shadow of the Goblin. When it comes to Undying, it actually rewards aggressive pressure, cards with value loop, and a lot of grindy gameplay. There's many things you can do with this. Some people focus on a deck that deals damage when a creature enters or leaves the graveyard. Some decks really work well with ETB triggers or death triggers. And some decks reward you for using your creatures as resources. Plus they're great for attacking or blocking. My biggest problem when it comes to Undying is there's not that many cards, and from the top of my head, not an amazing or great Undying commander. To be honest, I think they should make more Undying cards, but they slowly release some every few years. But that's been everything about Commander Class episode 159 on Undying. Let me know what you think about Undying in the comments down below, and if there's anything I missed too, let me know. While you're down there, remember to like and subscribe and do all that YouTubey stuff we always ask for. And as always, if you like this Commander's class, I have last week's Commander class here, a playlist of all the Commander classes I make here, and a subscribe button here, and I shall see you all in the next video.